Stream be started. So I'm doing it different now. I used to do like segment 1 start, segment 1 end, segment 2 start, segment 2 end. Now I'm just doing segment 1, 2, and 3 since we just moved straight into it. And I
Okay.
just put in 5 minute silence right there. It's actually made it easier. I just need to remember to write shit down. And also not click the pen. It goes over there. So, fuck. I guess whenever we are ready or you're ready, we can start. Tastes so good.
Okay, let me just... do that.
Tweets.
Yep.
Tweets
And retweet it on mine.
I'll go for retweet on mine.
As I have more followers.
And get more followers.
Than the Gamesman has.
How many does the Gamesmen have? It's luck. 260. Wait, no, that's no. Followers 456. I have 255. Of course, I only follow 114 people, so.
I have 1,168.
Well, aren't you fucking special?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm sure I have people that you don't.
Okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Greetings, guys, gals, and guildies, and welcome to episode 221 of the Gamesmen podcast. We are here to play roles. I'm playing the role of your host this week. My name is Dan Hardley, Dan Natman, and with me, as ever, is Gary Amras89 Lever. How are you doing, sir?
I have no idea why I feel so fucking good. I am very happy today. My EKG was really good. I got heart working. Yay. Get circulation. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. My asthma's not too bad. I took off my wedding ring finally. What else is in here? I don't know. I just am really well. I told my doctor to take me off Lexapro and the Wellbutrin because I don't need it. Because ever since I started my new job, I haven't fucking had attention problems or anything. So I fixed my ADD. I don't know. So yay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling really good. How about you, Dan? How are you?
I've had a tough week. I ran out of Ambien and had some really horrible withdrawal effects. So that wasn't good. I've got some more now, but it doesn't help me at all. So yeah, I need to come off that. But going cold turkey is not the way to come off Ambien, at least not for me. Every time I got up, I was really dizzy and nearly passed out. Still no racist tweets, though, so I don't have that side effect. Although the other day I couldn't sleep, and at 7 in the morning I decided that what I really should do was sit up in bed and take my laptop apart. So I did that. There's not a lot in there. There's a load of copper heat pipes and a couple of fans. But yeah, most of it's pretty sparse because it doesn't even have a DVD drive in it. Considering the size of the laptop, they could have easily put one in there. There wouldn't have been any squeezing. There's just plenty of room.
I think it's
but I guess that
most people don't use fucking CDs anymore for anything.
Yeah, well, I've got a portable Blu-ray drive now, though, so that's handy. So I can just, if I want to watch a Blu-ray upstairs in bed, I can just plug it into my laptop. Or downstairs, I don't have to use my PS4 which is good because the PS4 doesn't support ultra wide screens, and I don't like the pillar box bars you get. That's annoying. Other than that, I've been fairly stressed this week. It's been a really stressful week with not sleeping. My mum constantly moaning about money and her lodger and other stuff. So what with that and the cold turkey of the Ambien, it's made me decide that in August I'm going to take a couple of weeks to go camping. So yeah, that's going to be nice. I've created a list of things I want to get before I go, so I'll still be able to do the podcast even from the tent.
That'd be awesome.
I found a massive power bank that can charge laptops. I've got a list of stuff that I'm going to pick up. There's a solar panel charger, another power bank, so I should be good.
I'm going camping, totally teched out.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely teched out, and hopefully it'll be sunny so I can recharge things. If it's not, then I'm not going that far away, so I can always just drive back to do the podcast, so that's not a problem. But I would like to do it from the tent. I think that would be kind of cool.
That'd be great.
Live
from Dan's tent.
Yeah, so I've got some ideas there. I think 2 weeks down the road at the campsite, take my surfboards, my wetsuit, and a few other things, and just chill out, de-stress for a couple of weeks, hopefully get my circadian rhythm back. You know, sleeping in a tent can really help with that because the sun wakes you up at stupid o'clock in the morning, and by like 9 o'clock at night, you're knackered. That is going to affect my Doctor Who, though, so I don't know.
Oh, no. Well, speaking of stuff like that, getting things, I'm hoping, because this guy's giving away not giving away, he's selling for like $50. He's selling his kayak. It's
nice.
Scratched up, but I think I want to like sand it down and like reapply like paint and shit to it, make it look nice. And I was like, he's like, because I was like, I've always wanted to get a kayak, and then he's like, apparently this guy's notorious for selling shit. Because as soon as I said that, and he looks at me, everyone else at the company had like a picnic inside the company, which was funny because people were like making triple cheeseburgers and fucking double quadruple.
Nice.
Like, they were fucking ridiculous. It was a really nice day, and I like, since I'm a loner, like I went to go like sit at my own table because people scare me. But the one guy that I've been working with on this project I've been doing, he's like, "What are you doing over there?" So he forced me to come and sit with them, and I was like, "People scare me." So then, anyway, talking to this guy, and I was like, "Yeah, I've always wanted a kayak," because they were talking about selling. I told them like I did small boat selling. I taught small boat selling and canoeing and rowing and all that. And yeah, I was like, I've always wanted to get a kayak. He's like, "Well," and then the guy's just like, "Here he goes," and so he's like, "Yeah, look at this," and well, he's like, "Yeah, I have one, $50." I was like, "That's kind of tempting," and then they're like, "Ah, it's beat up." I was like, that doesn't bother me. I can like work on it, but because
now, what kind of kayak is this?
I'll show you a picture to give you an idea. I don't know.
Okay, because I'm going to get myself a touring kayak that's good for the sea, so I can explore my beautiful coastline that's nearby.
Yeah, I'll have to show it to you. I can't remember exactly. Somebody is giving us stuff. Yet another podcast. Hey, Don Everett.
Yeah, hello. Antonio. Need to talk about him in a sec. But yeah, so what have you been up to this week? Apart from the pit work picnic thing.
Yeah, picnic for lunch. Yeah, that was fun. It was really good. But so this week has been fucking insane. Fucking insane. So I had to get my car inspected. So I'm like, oh god, take this, check engine lights on, my fucking traction control lights on, I don't even know what the fuck, my ABS brakes don't even work anymore because of something. So I'm like, take it to the mechanic, and I'm like, look at this, tell me what I need, and I already know I need tires. Tell me what I need to do to get this fixed. Well, he took the check engine light. He cleared the codes and everything, and he said drive it for like 50 to 100 miles. Bring it back on Monday, and I'll pass the inspection. Whatever, if the light doesn't come back on. I make it 40 miles on Saturday or Sunday. Wait, yeah, we recorded Saturday or Sunday, so yeah, I think it was Saturday. No. Did I talk about this last week about how the codes came back on? I don't remember.
You talked about the floor.
Yeah, that's and wait, that's why we recorded on Sunday. So I think I did do it Sunday because we recorded early Sunday. So yes, I went out after that. Okay, yeah. So, I made it 40 miles. Check engine light comes on. I was like, fuck. So, whatever was wrong had to get fixed. Take it. It gets checked out Monday. My mom drove me to work on Monday, and I go get off work. My mom's like, I was like, so what's going on with the car? And she's like, I'll talk to you when I pick you up. Picks me up, says, catalytic converter needs replaced. It's going to be like $1,500 to fix the car.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Catalytic converters are really expensive, and that's because they've got platinum in them.
Dude. So, that was
I know so much random stuff.
Yes, you do. You really, really do. So, I'm like, I think it's time. Alright, how are we gonna do this? I'm getting myself a fucking truck. So, I went, and as soon as we left fucking work, I'm calling the insurance company. I didn't call the insurance company. We went to the insurance company, and I had them because the fucking Toyota Tacoma has fucking like 8 different variants of, like, it has 2 variants of each thing, and then like a special edition. So the one I wanted was a sport, but it's more expensive, and I figured, Gary don't have money. Let's get the cheaper version for now, but I'm not going with the 4-cylinder version. It had to be V6 4-wheel drive. So, looking at that, okay, what's it going to cost me to fucking get this thing? How much is it going to cost me monthly? I need to make sure that I can fucking do it. I need to make sure the insurance. We went to the insurance. It was only $30 more for it, like basically every single version. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter which one I get. Insurance is going to be the same. $30 more, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I put in accidentally for a quote. I get called from the guy at Toyota. He's like, hey, what's up? Tell me, and he's like, when would you want to come in? I look at my mom's like, are we doing this today? He was like, might as well. All right, we're heading up to Toyota. So we went home, had dinner, went out to Toyota. Spent all fucking night at Toyota. We didn't leave there until like 10 o'clock at night. We got there around quarter to 7. Wow. Yeah. Took it for a test drive. I'm like, god damn. And I told the guy, I was like, he's like, I'll go pull you one around. I was like, I want red. So he goes, pulls it up.
Hey, that's my car.
Yeah, fuck you. They don't have green. But so green and black would look fucking awesome too. So he pulls it around. We go on test drive. Drives really, really well. Love it. I looked at the miles it had on it. It had 6 miles. I'm like, hello, gorgeous. And so I've already put 360 miles on it this week. Which is kind of bad because, whenever you lease like the mileage, I need to check to make sure that I have like 15,000 or if I can get more because I may need to get more. So we'll see.
You're soon going to have more miles than my car has. And my car's like 10 years old. Well, it's not 10 years old. But it's... Well,
in the 9 years...
It's 4 years old.
In the 9 years that I had my Galant, I put 100,000 on it because I got it with 30,000 and I had 129 whenever I gave it up.
Mine has 9,000 miles.
God damn. So, yeah, like, fucking I went in there knowing that I had to fucking get the thing. They gave me $1,500 for my car, so I got what I was gonna put into it out of it. So that worked. My mom helped put some more money down for me because I literally had no money until like I got paid Thursday, and so she did that for me. I owe her a fucking lot now with everything that's happened. But yeah, I got myself a truck. Oh yeah, this happened.
That's why you're so happy you've got NCS or NTS, I suppose, because it's
NTS.
Yeah, new truck syndrome.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a god. I'm so tall now. I'm so far above everyone. Bow.
I can see.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, it's really nice. But I can actually get shit, and that's the thing with the kayak. I was like, I can haul this thing. Yay! Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm super happy to finally have a truck that I can get. I can go and get materials to actually fix the house, so I can fucking do everything that I've wanted to. So
that's cool.
Me being all happy, yay, da 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 da. Okay, going to work Thursday. About 2 minutes away from work, somebody slams on the brakes in front of me. I slam on my brakes. Person behind me wasn't paying attention and smacks me in the ass.
Did you exchange details?
Yep. I'm not doing anything because he literally just scratched the paint off my hitch. So I'm going to do that tomorrow probably. I'm going to take some like Scotch Brite or whatever, take off the shit that's there, clean it up, and then like put some of that, I can't remember what it's called right now, put some of that stuff to fix it up and make it look nice. So that's all she did. I fucked up her hood. So I was like, man, if I didn't get rid of my car yesterday, my fucking ass would have been so fucked up. And then I wouldn't get anything for my car.
Toyota make freaking indestructible trucks.
Yeah. So
whenever you see people in Afghanistan or gangs raiding, they're always in a Toyota pickup.
An RPG can't take us down.
Those things don't die. It's incredible.
Yeah.
There was an episode of Top Gear where they tried to kill a Hilux.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it ends up getting completely covered in the sea. And they just get an AA guy, and he just goes in, sprays it with some WD-40, and it starts up again.
Yeah, isn't that the one they set on fire too? Like they tried everything to get it to fucking die.
Yeah.
Oh god. Hey, that's the one they put on top of a building too.
Yeah, and blew the building up.
Oh, that was great. But yeah, like my drafting teacher would be fucking proud. He told us like, I was in fucking drafting for 4 years in high school, and he's like, Toyota truck. I have a Toyota truck, Toyota, and like, I'm like, well, I guess if I'm getting a truck, I'm getting a Toyota. So I need to find a way to contact him and be like, I listened to you. So, but yeah, I'm very happy with it. It runs really nice. The weird thing about it is it has this thing with sensors that it sees people. The bigger the vehicle, and it literally will drive itself. Like, it'll slow you down to the person that's in front of you and just follow them.
Okay, cool.
So I've actually been using that whenever people are about to pass me. Like, I just let the truck fucking slow down on its own, and then I get in the other lane if it speeds back up. So that's been interesting, but it's super sensitive at the highest. So like, I'm like 50 feet behind a tractor trailer and I start to like slow down. I'm like, what the fuck? So I turn it all the way down. It's kind of annoying if I don't remember to move because like it'll just start slowing down. I kind of don't like that. So who knows? I may turn it off eventually, but for now, like, it's interesting. It beeps at me whenever I go over lines. I'm like, shut the fuck up. But there is stuff that you can turn off. But yeah, it's weird having fucking something with so much technology put into it. And like the guy was telling me, he's like, yeah, they did a safety test with this, and they ran it at a wall 5 times and it stopped 5 out of 5 times. So I was like, well, that's good. At least it'll stop itself from hitting a fucking wall. Um, so I don't know. I'm in love. I got, a new truck, a new job. Other than my wife leaving me, like, my life has been really great lately.
Cool.
So yeah, it's been great. Handmaid's Tale, watch that. Getting really interesting. I don't know if you listened to this. Ars Paradoxica, their finale, they just had it
Yeah.
this week. Very interesting way to end it. I don't even know. Like, they basically, no, I can't say anything. Time travel, it's a thing that they do a lot.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they had like a fucking 10-minute recap of the entire fucking series, because it was like, yeah, time travel sucks. Because it's like, oh
yeah, it
God,
can be hard to keep a grasp on everything.
especially it comes out like every 2 weeks or whatever, and over the past, I can't remember how long I've been listening to it. But yeah,
it feels like years.
Yeah, definitely. And 20 beep. So the other podcast I want to talk about is Pounded in the Butt by my own podcast. I can't fucking do it anymore. I cannot fucking listen to that thing anymore. It's the same gay sex every time. I deep throat. He pulls my head in until I can't breathe, and then he lets go, and a string of saliva falls from my mouth. I'm like, but this one was interesting. It was so meta that, well, so it was a book creator within the book creator of the book creator, who's actually the real book creator, or the writer, I should say, not book creator, writer. It's the writer of the writer of the writer that's inside this. The character in the story finds out that he's a character in a book, and then they're like, come for the person reading this. And I'm just like, I can't fucking do it anymore.
I don't blame you.
And like,
it sounds
having a
pretty...
having a guy that's gay
shit.
sending me dick pics is like getting weird now. So, like, I told him I'm gonna block him on Facebook if he keeps doing it. So yeah, that's been fun. I was like, I don't want you to suck my dick. Stop it. But
well, talking of podcasts, I was invited on yet another podcast, and we recorded it yesterday, I believe. It was live, and then Antonio is going to edit it at some point. It's good fun.
cool.
It also means if you've listened to that, or if you listen to that in the future, you'll probably hear me talk about the same games that I'm going to talk about today, because, well, it's the same week and I've played the same freaking games. So
We're beating you to it, Antonio. You better get it up before this one goes out. But yeah, like, and the title of that episode was "Read by my reaction to the title of this book." So he got fucked by, and I love it's like, I'm not even gay, da da da, and then it's like, from seeing the title of this book, like, everybody in that world starts fucking, like, all gay sex everywhere. I'm just like, all right, this is fucking.
No pun intended, but it sounds a little hard to swallow.
Haha. I don't have a problem with any of that stuff, but it's literally the same thing every time. Like, the guy has nothing original, really, other than who he puts into it. It's the same kind of sex every time. And I'm just like,
it's getting tedious.
Yeah, I'm kind of done. Like, I mean, the Tide Pod thing was funny, but it was still the same thing.
Yeah.
Getting fucked by a Tide Pod's kind of weird.
I've had a few new podcasts this week.
Dan, why don't you go?
So I might as well put those in whilst we're doing it. I've been listening to, it's a 6-parter. There's only a couple of parts out at the moment. It's by Gizmodo, and it's called The Gateway. Now, The Gateway is, if you don't know
the one,
about...
the podcast was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, and before you
The
go on,
Gateway.
the only thing I want to mention is I just remembered I watched the Toys That Made Us. I watched the Star Wars one yesterday. That's interesting.
Okay, well, I thought we'd go on to TV after the
Oh,
podcast.
well, I didn't put it in here. So,
Um, yeah, but anyway, The Gateway is a six-part series about a woman called Teal Swan, and she's a sort of a spiritual guru on YouTube. You can go and watch her videos. They're kind of almost hypnotic self-help videos, and they're aimed at people who are struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts, among other things. And she has these events that she goes to, and people will sit in the audience, and you know the idea is that you want to get called up on stage so you can have one-to-one time with her. Now the thing is, they have a secret Facebook group, and a lot of people on that group are, well, basically pretty much all the chat is suicide related and how everyone's feeling so suicidal. One of her followers actually ended up committing suicide, and she after talking with Teal, and she has this view that, you know, it's a choice. And this woman, you know, she said, okay, she spoke to this woman and she went through a few things, and she was like, well, yeah, it seems like that's all you've got left then. And you know, she was, yeah, it's kind of odd. The other thing is she has a healing center, sort of a spiritual startup, where people live, and they manage her social media accounts and film the videos and things like that. But a lot of critics are saying that, you know, that's becoming a, yeah, it's quite cult-like, and yeah, a lot of critics are saying that her death-focused dogma is very dangerous. So the Gizmodo reporter Jennings Brown looks into it. He traveled to Utah and Costa Rica. They're set up in Costa Rica now because it's a lot easier for them, apparently. You know, this is starting to sound really cult-like.
yeah, where they moved to a foreign area to start shit.
So he's gone to meet her and check out what's going on, and trying to understand her teachings, and is investigating the deaths of some of her followers. They're one episode a week. You can listen to them ad-free a week early on Stitcher. But yeah, it's well worth checking out. There's only 2 episodes at the moment. The last one dropped 3 days ago, so there's a while for the next one.
Yeah, I got that. I just got that ready to go for Monday. That's nothing. I haven't listened to any gaming podcast because of, sorry guys,
E3?
because of all these fucking things. Oh yeah, well, I'll probably skip on this week too because I follow E3. So.
Yeah, the other one I'm not too sure about yet. It's called Star Tripper.
Oh,
and
that's the
again,
yeah.
There's only 2 episodes at the moment, and I can't find the button I'm looking for. Yeah, this is basically a guy who goes on a road trip through the cosmos, leaving behind his own life in search of the best and wildest experiences the galaxy has to offer. This drops every other Saturday, so yeah, there's not. I don't know. I was very sleepy when I heard it, so I'll probably have to re-listen to those 2 episodes again. But I like space, so.
Star Tripper,
yeah.
right? Tripper.
Yes, with 2 exclamation marks.
Oh, maybe that's what I have to put.
And it's Star Tripper, one word.
That's probably why.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for what I've been listening to. Onto TV, I've been watching The Toys That Made Us as well. It turns out I started on the 2nd series, but it doesn't matter which order you watch them in.
Yeah, it wanted to start me on the 2nd one. I was like, wait, there's 2 seasons? Like, people were talking about four episodes. I'm like, when did the 1st season come out? But I think I do remember it actually coming out, and I just never watched it.
Yeah, so I've seen the Star Trek one, the Star Wars one, and actually the Barbie one was quite interesting. Was it Barbie or Cindy? I can't remember. I think it was Barbie.
Should be Barbie.
Because that's the American. Yeah, Cindy was the UK version. In competition with Barbie. Barbie was still a thing. And of course, a ton of Doctor Who. The Twitch stream is still ongoing. I alerted Jason to the fact that the third Doctor series started yesterday, and yeah, I've been watching a lot of that.
What's
so,
Happy on?
Happy is on Netflix. I realised I've got the
find
first. Oh, perhaps it's Amazon. I don't know, but I've got the first comic issue digitally. It's been sitting in my Comixology app for years, so I'm going to read that at some point.
I'm also subscribing to the Great Women of Business.
I'm not too bothered about that, but if you say it's good when you've listened to it, no, it's because it's business.
Right. Now, well, the only reason I'm doing it, I wasn't going to, but they said 12-part. I was like, you know what? I can do a 12-part, like, because I was like, I'm fucking parcasted out.
Yeah.
Fucking so many of them. But of course, there's serial killers and cults and all this shit, so it's not even happy stuff that I'm listening to. It makes me angry.
A ridiculous amount of podcasts about killers, rapists.
Speaking of killing,
pedophiles,
the Killdozer,
cults.
That was great. I had to look that up.
Stuff they don't want you to know isn't as bad if you listen to the more recent episodes. They don't keep referring to their YouTube videos. Don't listen to the early stuff because they're just really annoying, and it's just like a couple of dude bros just, oh, dude, bro, dude.
Nice. It's stuff they don't want you to know, right?
Yeah. And of course, there's also Stuff You Should Know. That's another good podcast, all about stuff you should know.
Stop it. I do like the what was it? The between Business Wars and American History Tellers.
That's been pretty good. Yeah. Okay, should we get on to our games?
Yeah, probably. We're like a half an hour in.
Half an hour just talking about stuff we've watched and listened to.
Hey, we haven't had a good long episode in a while, so. But this
true.
Section isn't going to be very long because I had a really busy week and I haven't had time to play shit. Well, I haven't had time to put a lot of time into shit. So, okay, I'll start off. Monster Hunter World, I got to play a little bit of it. PC Building Simulator, I put in here because I'm sure that I've put it on sometime.
Yeah.
Totally Accurate Battlegrounds.
I've picked it up. I haven't played it yet.
I think it's only free to play for a little bit, as far as American Dan said. So speaking of American Dan, he told me about it and I got it. Then I told you about it. And then we tried to play it. You're in the lobby. You go and it's the same thing as like Battlegrounds and all that. Well, instead of you going into a plane, you're in a fucking string of buses going through the air. And same thing, you drop out. Except this, you're like, and you fucking like just hit into the ground and get up and you're ready to go. So it's a lot faster at least. And then as soon as we hit the ground, we crash. We do it again, hit the ground, crash. So I never got to play the game. We just said, fuck it, we're done. So that's all we did in that game. But that led us into playing some PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And having a little bit of fun there. We almost fucking won. Motherfucker. I mean, we didn't almost win. Like, we didn't get down to 2. We got down to, like, 6. But, we're pissed off.
Totally Accurate Battlegrounds. If you got it in the first 100 hours of its release, then it's free to keep.
Oh, okay.
But after that, you have to buy it.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got it free forever.
Sweet. Good, because it sucks right now.
Well, it's supposed to be buggy and crap.
Well, if it doesn't crash, I'll be happy.
Well, yeah.
We'll try that again. I did hook that's another thing. I hooked my Xbox up here. I bought PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds because American Dan's fucking PC's fucked up right now. Well, it's not fucked up. His SSD is broken or whatever, so he's sending off to get it fixed. But I put my... Finally, this is another thing. I can't wait for Mr. Jason Gallagher to hear this. Tacos. Because he's been wanting me to fucking get my Xbox upstairs for fucking forever to play something. And now he's gonna yell at me once he hears this, because he texts me like every time there's a podcast out. So here we go. But yeah, I got that. I saw Big Rob was on yesterday playing Rocket League, so I'm like, fuck it. I was like, you know what? $20 on there. I was like, King win. Got it for 15, so got a $5.
That wonderful grey market site.
Yeah. Because it's Xbox. I pay full price for PC games because they're cheaper. So yeah, I played a little. It feels so weird. I don't know if it's because like I'm looking up at this fucking TV up here, but it feels weird playing it on the Xbox. Like, I don't know. It felt fast. It felt really, really strange. But we won the one game that I played, and I was like inviting Big Rob into a party, into the game and everything. I was like, fucking pick up. And I was like, and then I told him on Discord, I was like, I bought this for you. And then Mr. Rain goes, oh, they're gonna do cross-platform parties this year. And I was like, I bought it for nothing. Thank God it was only $15.
Yeah, definitely.
The other thing I want to say is, fuck Enterprise. They're assholes that won't let you pay for a rental car, like, online. You have to have the card there, because I had to get Rogue home, and he's on a bus heading home now. And I was like, look, I set up the appointment for him to pick it up. He only has cash. He has no money, or he doesn't have a credit card or anything, so he can't do it. Well, we can't do cash. Who the fuck stopped taking cash? Like, honestly, in the first place. And then I'm like, okay, can I give you my credit card over the phone and you can put it in? We can't do that. Bull fucking shit. I know every business can fucking do that.
Yeah, you press the customer not present button and you put the details in and it goes through.
Or, like, if they have your card and it's not swiping, they can still put the numbers in.
Yeah. I think both of those reasons are probably because, A, the card could be stolen. And B, if it's cash, they have no recourse for charging you extra if you've damaged it.
I guess if you were to drop it off or something.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you give them your license, so they have that. So they can get you through that. But, yeah, like, I'm like, there's no way we can get him a car if you don't do... It was like, can I take a picture of my card and give it to him so you can see the fucking card? Like, I was so pissed. And I'm doing this at work. Like, he's like, I'm walking home. I'm in Bethlehem, PA. And I'm like, that's fucking 4 hours away. It's a 4-day walk straight. I'm like, you're not fucking walking home. If anything, I'm coming out there to pick you up. And then, I get him a hotel room because I can do that online. And then I buy him a fucking
bus. You can't steal the room online,
right?
You can't steal the room.
Yeah, and they can charge my card after that. And they could charge my card again if they took it over the phone.
Well, that is true. Unless the card had been cancelled, you could be really sneaky. Give them the details, they put it through, and then cancel the card.
I don't know. I guess I'm taking this as I'm a fucking honest fucking American. Yeah, so I got him a room. I bought him a bus ticket. He had to find a way to fucking get there because he didn't have any money on him. He had checks that he had to get checked. And he couldn't get any of them done last night. So he got lucky because a shuttle bus came, picked him up, and he could do that this morning for free. So that was yesterday. I was fucking stressed out because I'm like, how the fuck am I getting him home? And if I because I was like, I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. I can't drive like 4 hours out, 4 hours back. It's gonna be like 2 in the morning by the time I get home. I'm like, oh my god. So trying to fucking figure everything out was insane. But I did it, and he said, there's a bus trip that would take him from like 11 o'clock tonight to 6:30 in the afternoon or whatever tomorrow, and I'm like,
Is
you
that
have the
stopping every single stop along the way?
yeah, right, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna look it up myself. So I did that, but I was like, you have to be out of the hotel room by noon. So you're going to be waiting 11 hours to get there. So I search, downtown to, Belfort or whatever, and went to Greensburg, which is nice because I don't have to go to fucking Pittsburgh. So I'm happy about that one. And that went from 9 o'clock this morning to a quarter after 5 today. So that's one reason why we have to record early today, because we have to get podcast done for that. But yeah.
How is this the games you've been playing this week? Just to steer us back onto track.
Yeah, sorry. Ranting. It's been a horrible, great week, I must say. I was actually kind of excited to drive the truck out 4 hours. Sorry, that kind of went into the games. It's like, why I haven't been able to fucking play anything this week.
Totally, you couple of battlegrounds and then Rogue Rant.
Yes. I don't even know how I got it. Anyway, sorry, I guess I just thought about yesterday. Shaq Fu Legend Reborn, I only got to play the first level. It seemed a lot better than I was expecting. It's more like a Streets of Rage vibe because you're going left to right. Thank you for steering me back.
Yeah, I played a bit, and it's the character models are actually quite nice, and it actually looks pretty good. The fighting controls feel a little bit, a tiny bit laggy, but that's about it. There's some interesting choices. Some of the music could be described as being a bit on the nose, a little bit racist. In that classic to denote the fact that they're in the Orient is a little bit, and the whole Shaq starting off as Moses being found in a basket on the water, that was a little bit, really, you're going there? Okay, fair enough.
He's Black Moses. You didn't know that?
Yeah, blows us.
Ha ha! Blows us. That's great. Oh man.
So yeah, I've obviously played a bit as well. I got to the boss fight of the first level, where I'm pretty sure it's meant to be Trump you're fighting.
Yeah.
So that's
makes me happy.
That's interesting. The fighting is fairly basic. You can pick up stuff. There's a bit where you can pick up an icon and then you get like this diesel-powered exoskeleton, and you can just beat the crap out of everyone. That's quite fun.
So he turns into himself in the movie Steel, right? Is that what it was?
Possibly. I haven't seen Steel, so. But apparently that's next, because there's a bit. So you kickstarted this, and there's a load of fourth wall breaking, which I find tedious, even though I am wearing a
Deadpool shirt.
And he breaks the fourth wall all the time. Do you like my new shirt?
Yeah. I'll have to see it better later.
Humble Bundle.
Yeah, you've been getting.
I also have an Archer figure. Little Archer figure.
Oh, he's drinking beer. Is that beer? Yeah.
I think it's whiskey.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Come on, focus, you bastard.
Okay, yeah, it looks like whiskey. Hey, people can actually see you do that too, because we are live and with, well, you can if you're listening to this later, but we have video now.
So what are your thoughts of Shaq Fu?
So far I actually really enjoy what it is. Like, I do like that Street Fighter-esque feel, not Street Fighter, Streets of Rage. I love Streets of Rage, like, fucking a lot. So, and that's funny because we have a TGM quest about that, so we'll see what somebody says later, and I'll have to have a talk with him after he gets off work today. Uh, but yes, yeah, I'm liking it so far. I need to play more. I only got to play the first level. I didn't really get to do much. Yeah, it's very... Man, your fucking sensei guy, whatever, is very, like, Asian. Oh,
Yeah,
shit!
he I'm not going to spoil it. Yeah, it's interesting. How much did it retail for?
I have no idea. Maybe 20? I have no idea. Because I did the Kickstarter, which I spent like 100 on. I'm glad I spent that 100. It went really good. This game's actually pretty good.
It is quite fun. I'm just going to have a quick look up on the
Yeah.
store to see on the Steam store to get an idea.
I think I saw.
I imagine it's probably the cheapest version.
Actually, I think I saw it on Switch for 20. They may have a 10% off because it's...
Yeah, it's £15 on in the UK. So
$20
yeah,
basically.
$20.
All right. The last thing I have to talk about, which you will talk about probably a little bit as well. While I was at the doctor's today, I remembered you said Pokemon Quest is free. Okay, get that. I got my Bulbasaur as my buddy. I befriended him just by touching him. So I guess that's how you befriend Pokemon. You gotta touch them.
You got to cook for them.
Pedophile-mon. What?
You've got to cook for them first, and then they come to your area and you
I
attach
got
them.
to that part where you have to cook, and then like the two Pokemon that you fought so far come up. Oh, I got something to bitch about. Go me. Who? You get a Rattata and a Pidgey, and then you have like a team that I kind of just want to put on auto because I'm like, click, click, like you have to choose their attacks and stuff. I mean, they only have two or one, and your main one that you get has two. I'm guessing that, well, it says like, evolving and all this stuff, and they do have the, I think they said the Everstone or whatever that you can make it so like. Basically, trying to make it like the for like original Pokemon where Pikachu never evolves. So it's like if you want to do something like that, you can. So yeah, but I love Venusaur, so I'm going for fucking Venusaur. But yeah, it's interesting. Like it's it's literally it just the Pokemon walks on its own, and then you get to hit the button and attacks, and it just goes around and does that. Now,
Yeah.
I did the second stage after you get your two companions, and I fucking had the fucking Caterpie gang with Big Boss Metapod, who can't fucking do anything in the TV show or in any of the games. It literally just sits there, and you have to level it up by bringing it out first and bringing a second Pokemon out. It fucking tackled my ass. I'm like, bullshit, you can't move. So that's me going Pokemon logic mad on it because it's not allowed to fucking do it. Yeah. Nerd alert, nerd alert. We have an nerd alert. But yeah, I was like, you motherfucker. Like, I was like, it's Metapod. He can't fucking do anything but harden. And then I was like, oh great, now we're gonna fucking go up against him. It's gonna take me like a half an hour to take him down because he's gonna have time before we get to hit him to kill him because like in the game, you're only taking off like one fucking point of damage because that's all he does is harden. And I'm like, he fucking tackled me. What the fuck? He's a cocoon. All right, that's my thoughts on Pokemon Go right now. That's as far as I made it. So I'm enjoying it so far. Other than Metapod's a dick. But Dan, how do you like it?
Yeah, I've been playing a bit of it. It's not for me. It's just too passive.
Too easy. It's very like literally you can literally have it play itself.
Yeah, it's not really. There's not much in the way of gameplay in there. There's a bit of inventory management. There's a bit of leveling up. There's a little bit of cooking.
It probably
mixing
is
different
literally
ingredients.
for like 2-year-olds, like just so they can like
Yeah.
watch it play. Like as a parent,
I mean-
I'd probably be like auto. Okay, hold this, and then they'll just like tap the screen.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's. I mean, it is what it is. It's. I mean, there's nothing to write home about it. Graphically speaking, it looks, it's a top-down game that looks like it's been passed through a Minecraft filter. It's
right. They're all blocky.
it's all right for free, I guess. It feels like a mobile game. It feels like it should have microtransactions in it. And I'm not saying that as a good thing, obviously. I'm just looking at the reviews for Shaq Fu: A Legend Reborn on Steam, and it's predominantly mixed. There's some people that are annoyed because they backed for $100,
That's not my
and they're
review.
annoyed because there's local multiplayer. There isn't local multiplayer, and there aren't multiple characters, which are supposed to be there.
I'll have
And
to
this
look into
guy's
that.
name isn't in the credits, which should be. So
Oh,
he's a
I
bit
should.
miffed
Yeah,
at
I need
that.
to look at the credits, see if my name's in it.
Lots of people are saying that the fighting is pretty terrible. And yeah, that's something I commented on. The roll, you can only roll up and down the screen. You can't roll left and right. So it doesn't really make as a good dodge roll. And most of the time you can just walk away instead of dodging. So
Right.
it's a bit of fun. It's not bad. It looks all right. The jokes don't really hit the mark that often. But, it's a
You
bit of
get to
fun.
play it for free.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Assassin's Creed Origins, bit more of that. Still haven't completed it.
You're behind, Dan.
I know. I've not been feeling good this week. I've been dizzy as fuck. I haven't been able to. I couldn't even think straight without that medication. So it was pretty horrible. Styx Shards of Darkness. I quite like it. It's not great. It's not terrible. It does have a bit of fourth wall breaking, which, as I've said earlier, irks me. But it's kind of cool.
Have you peed in any soup yet? Or is it beer? I don't know. I know you can.
Yeah, you just kind of you spit in it to poison it.
Oh, I
I've
thought
done
it was
that.
peeing. Maybe that was the first game.
No. Yeah, it's not bad. If you that is not the button I wanted to press. If you've never played Stick Shards, any of the Stick games, which I hadn't until this week, it's think Assassin's Creed, but you're a goblin, and you have powers like being able to create a clone of yourself, and you can control the clone to make distractions, so you can kind of get around the place. It's generally all about stealth. It's from Focus Home Interactive. And developed by Cyanide Studios. It looks really nice. Unlike Shaq Fu, it does make use of an ultra-wide screen. I've only played just under an hour of it so far. It's good fun. The combat, I've not really got to grips with yet. It's not bad. Again, it's one of those games where a lot of people don't really like it. The stealth mechanics are really pretty good though, and yeah, you can pretty much play it how you want by all accounts. I'm quite enjoying it, but then other people are complaining about it because they don't like it, and that's perfectly fine. If you don't like it, that's fine. I'm not sure. I haven't come across any bugs. I thought the control system wasn't working, and I thought that was an issue. But my PS4 controller was plugged in and upside down, so it was pushing the thumbsticks. So that was my fault.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it. Is it worth the 30 going for on Steam at the moment? Maybe not. But as part of the Humble Monthly bundle, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, I got that and Destiny 2 and a few other chuck away games for what, $12. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
By the way, I want to mention your living room looks very lovely. It's very bright.
Thank you.
Yes.
Um, what else? Hue. Hue is a lovely little game. It's a lovely little puzzler. On I played it on my Vita.
You
Decided to give
play
that a go.
color puzzles?
It is a color puzzle.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, basically you've got different objects in the world. You're trying to get to the door on each level, and there's stuff in the way. And there might be a blue crate, a purple
Oh, no,
thing
not
holding up a
crates.
load of rocks. And if you change the light to match the color of the object, then it becomes invisible and you can pass through it. And more importantly, other things can pass through it. So that purple thing holding up the rocks I was talking about, if you get rid of if you change the light to purple, then they'll fall down and possibly squash you. And the whole thing is basically playing with the light to figure out the puzzles and move towards the pick up the key, move to the door, or
I like me a puzzle.
whatever. It's really nice. I've had it for quite a while. It was one of the PS Plus games, and
Oh, damn it. I was looking on Steam. I was like, is this a Steam game?
yeah, I really quite like it. It's a nice little
Wait, it's not
relaxed
this month's
puzzle.
PS Plus, is it?
No, it's
Damn.
been out for a
Oh, wait, you
while.
said you had it for a while. Damn.
Yeah. Other than that, Pokemon Quest, as we mentioned, don't particularly like Shaq Fu. It has issues, but it's kind of a bit of fun. And PUBG with my mate Rory, been playing some of that. We've had terrible luck. Everywhere we've dropped, it's been like a nightmare just getting weapons. Yesterday and the day before, 5-6 games in a row, I couldn't even find a fucking pistol. And I'm running around like a headless chicken trying to find a pistol and constantly getting shot. And yeah, really, really annoying. And all the bits that we tend to drop to, like our favorite drop areas, they've started becoming really fucking popular. And people have started basically nicking our starting areas. And it's annoying. So we're going to have to find new homes on each. We played a bit of the new event that's on PUBG at the moment on PC. That's quite interesting. You're on Miramar, it's raining, and you've got a very small circle where there are 3 teams of 10, and each person gets a KAR 98K rifle with a scope and a pistol, and you can respawn when you die. It's the first team to reach a certain amount of points, 150, I think. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Rory didn't enjoy it so much, but he was just being rubbish at shooting. We had a really annoying kid, so we didn't get as many kills as we should have because the whole team kept killing him because he was constantly whistling.
Oh, fucking hate people.
I just over the comms, I was directing people to where he was landing, and people were just hunting him down and shooting him. It was great fun. I probably got reported for team killing, but I reported him for team killing because he killed people as well. So it was good fun. Yeah, I think that is it for what we've played this week. So we are going to listen out for that news dog. No barking. Okay, Gary.
My news dog has been quite lazy. 9:16. All right. So, damn it! I clicked the pen. Fuck. Apparently this isn't something new. I thought it was. Apparently the UK is worse than the America. But I think Pennsylvania is the first state to get gambling apps that you can get on your phone. As far as I know, this is the first one because, well, maybe other ones have done it, but like it's for Pennsylvania, so it was on our local news. And since my parents are home, the news is like always on. So I actually saw some news for once, and I'm deciding to report.
It was actually really good timing for them to come down, wasn't it?
Right? Yeah. Look, I got news for the podcast. I looked, I was like, I can't fucking believe this.
I was thinking more about the car and.
Oh yeah. Well, they came down because they knew that my anniversary was going to be like the worst day of my life. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So they fixed that one, so that's great. God damn it, I can't wait to finish this floor. Ro, give me $100. So yeah. So gambling apps are coming to Pennsylvania, and which like it says here you can't play fast play or scratch offs or any of that kind of stuff. But there's I don't know what this is. It says like the image here, it's Super Cash Buster, and I guess you click on these different bubble things. I don't know. I really don't know how any of them work.
Well, that
But
one looks like Tetris.
is that what it's supposed to be? Like, what? I mean, I can't tell because there's no video if like stuff's coming down or what.
Uh,
Because there's, well, yeah, I don't know, I can't tell. But it looks like they should be losing. But yeah, like you can pay money
Yeah.
into this, and then I saw, well, because you're gambling, so you can make money and or lose all your money, and which I did like that they have a, like you could set a cool off period, and you could take like a break up to 30 days, or you could exclude yourself from playing for a year up to 5 years. It's like,
Well,
I
that's
got a
helpful.
problem. Stop! Don't let me play this.
Yeah, gambling addiction is quite an issue for a lot of people.
And like,
Um,
that's the thing. Like, it's
One of the reasons I don't gamble because I'd probably get addicted to it.
no, and that's what happened whenever I got drunk on my 25th birthday, I think it was, and they took me to the casino, and I had $50, and I pulled another 50 and
Yeah.
lost it all. So
I mean, I'm
gambling's
looking
not
at
for me.
the apps on my phone on Android that you can get in Europe. In the UK, we've got Ladbrokes Casino and Games. Ladbrokes is bookies. 32 Red Casinos play slots, roulette, and blackjack. There's loads of different gambling slot games. We've got Gala Bingo, William Hill
Do they tell
games,
you the
slot
odds
machines.
of winning on those games? I think that's
I
something
have
that they
no
should.
idea.
I think that's something that they should like tell you, because
I mean, if you're playing things like roulette, blackjack, you should know the odds anyway because they're not changed.
yeah, I'm talking
But
about like a slot game, like because that's programmed.
yeah,
That's not even, like physical turning shit. So
well, they're
that's
programmed anyway.
true as well.
Um,
But I'm just thinking of like how playing.
I'm trying to see.
Because I gamble in Dragon Quest a lot, and once you get to a certain point, you can just always win and make money. But it's until that point. But-
Okay, let's see. All of your favorite games are only a tap away. You're a fan of the classics or the latest games or big jackpots, whatever you're into, with over 400 slots, table, and instant win games to choose from, there's sure to be something for you at William Hill Games. And yeah, there's nothing about odds. Get the app today.
'cause I'm hoping they're not making it lower odds than what you would normally have.
I have no idea. It doesn't say anywhere. I'm not going to install it to find out if it says in the app, but on the Google page, on the Google app page, it doesn't say anything about odds. It says it's rated 18 by Peggy, and there's a gamble aware link for people and link and telephone number if you need support for your gambling addiction. But there is nothing about any of the odds.
You shouldn't make it so people can gamble everywhere. It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
I know they want to make money, but it's not a good thing for
There's a
people.
lot of mixed reviews, a lot of zero.
I'm bankrupt now. Yeah, I went and told Jim Sterling, and I was like, and then you said like it's been in the UK forever or whatever, and I'm like,
Yeah, I guess we have different gambling laws over here, so
well, that is
I
true.
mean,
as
you
well,
can you
'cause
can
they
you
were
can walk
finding-
into a betting shop on the high street over here. They're all over the place.
I mean, they're in bars and stuff like that.
Yeah, these are all over the place. You can go and as city centres decline, you get a rise in charity shops, thrift stores, and gambling places. So, yeah, keep an eye out for it, because if you start seeing your local town centre putting up a load of betting shops and charity shops, you know that the shops are going to start closing. Having said that, we're getting a new toy shop in Barnstable.
Woo!
Might get myself a Nerf gun.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that,
Okay,
whenever Adam Savage fucking that video you put in of him modding, I want to mod all my fucking Nerf guns now. Every
well,
single
I've put a
fucking one.
couple in. There was one I put in with him doing 1,000
Yeah, I saw that one too.
magazine of 1,000. That was pretty nuts.
No, the one that he was
Okay.
sending to a person was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. That was last Christmas for his Secret Santa, the Nerf. Oh, I can't remember. It was a sniper rifle.
That person was so lucky. But Dan, you should
Anyway,
probably take the next piece.
video games. Yeah, there's a new game coming out. There's lots of new games coming out actually, but this one probably isn't going to be covered at E3 because it's not a big game. It's called Before I Forget, and it's going to be released at the end of the year on PC and Mac. And it's about early onset dementia. And it's basically to give you an idea of what it's like to be suffering from early onset dementia. And it puts you in the shoes of a woman called Sunita, who is suffering obviously from early onset dementia. And you get this sense of sadness and significance with everything you do, apparently. The house is kind of delineated in monochrome with color sleeping back in as your character suddenly gradually reconnects with her past self. It's all about trying to remember her past and reconnect with her life. So you do things like examine a photograph, and that gives you a clue as to who she is, and then you might hear some music which will allow the character to recall an important person in her life. Now, other symptoms are conveyed in a different way. Sunita can become lost in her own home in like doors. They all lead back to the same dark broom cupboard. It was exhibited as part of the Left Field Collection's experimental indie game lineup at Resd in London earlier this year. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be one of those pretty important games that hopefully gets a lot of attention when it comes out. It looks, I mean, for want of a better word, people are going to call it a walking simulator. But yeah, I mean, dementia it's something that affects a lot of people. You know, they could be people they love or care about, or they can get it themselves. It's quite common. I know a lot of people who've had grandparents that have had it, and
it's not good.
No, it's not good, and it's not always the sufferers that are the saddest ones that know about it. It's the people that are dealing with it that are probably more upset.
Well, having your like grandma or somebody, not even remember who you are and stuff, and
yeah,
and not know
but
where they are,
or they think they're someone that's dead, like an old love or something, and no, I'm Dan. It's like, no, you're not. You're David. No, that was my dad.
See, I actually dealt with this whenever my grandma was really sick. Not like this is before she actually died. Like this was way before, a couple years. But she got really sick, and I can't remember who she called me, but it was like somebody from her childhood that I guess I reminded her of. I was like,
yeah,
no, I'm Gary. Like, I don't know who that is. My mom didn't even know who it
but
was.
yeah.
So yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, it looks like this game is going to be a great insight for people that don't have it, to get an idea of what it looks like. And I thought it was quite an important idea to get across, and a great medium to do it. So yeah, hopefully this picks up some steam. It's a bit of a pun there, sorry. Yeah, hopefully this portrayal of dementia will actually get quite a lot of people in playing it. Apparently, the game originated at a game jam event in Bristol, and it's kind of come on from then. So
now this is on Steam, right?
I don't know yet. It's not coming out until the end of the year, but it's coming out on PC and Mac. So it's either going to be on Steam or
Steam, most likely.
itch.io maybe.
Okay.
or Good Old Games or Green Man Gaming or
Well, with the
it could be.
anything, well, should I move on because that's kind of a good segue?
Yeah,
All right. Well,
yeah, go for it.
uh, I mean, it could come out on Steam because it's not trolling or fucking dumb.
Illegal.
Yeah. Well, I'd say dumb too. Yeah,
Yeah.
illegal trolling or dumb. Well, hopefully they count dumb because yeah. I was kind of mad when I saw this, but yeah, Valve now has an anything goes policy for Steam, which is weird because they were like, trying to, make people pay for. Well, I guess you still have to. I don't know. I didn't see that in here. Do you
Yeah,
still have to
you
pay
still
the
you still
100 or
have to
whatever?
pay to get. Yeah, you still have to pay to get on the store.
Okay,
Um,
but they won't take like the really shit stuff, like AIDS Simulator, which I saw. My fucking mouth agape whenever I was reading this. Welcome to Africa. You've got HIV. Now you're mad and want to kill all Africans that gave you AIDS to get revenge. AIDS Simulator is a very short first-person shooter with boring gameplay, bad graphics, and generic assets.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
forgetting the
This
fucking title. That came out.
yeah this
Oh, it was
this
going to
is
come out June 12th.
yeah. It's an example of what Steam calling a trolling game.
Yeah. But they have AIDS Simulator, ISIS Simulator, Suicide Simulator, because I need to go through that again. Asset Flip
Yeah,
Simulator and Triggering Simulator.
yeah.
What is? I don't
They've
know
all
what
been
Triggering
removed.
Simulator is, but what the fuck? Like dumb, stupid games, and the reason this worried me whenever I saw like it's like anything goes is it's hard enough to find the gems that come out. I hope Valve does something to like filter to the top the game, the good indie games that people are creating that so people can find them easier. And then you got Jim Sterling's like playing all these fucking shit games and stuff, and finding a good one sometimes in there. But
Okay, well, Triggering Simulator apparently is made by a bunch of dudes. And it says Triggering Simulator is a very short first person shooter with poor level design, terrible gameplay, awful optimization, broken AI, a trash tier game from the hardcore asset flippers known as Bunch of Dudes that simulates triggering people just by existing. Sounds kind of familiar.
that's kind of funny, actually. But, oh yeah,
Um,
I guess all these games are made by a bunch of dudes. At least 8 simulators, because it's literally like, they put the same shit in there. You know, how it's like a very short first-person shooter.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, ISIS Simulator was made by them as well. Yeah, they're all. Oh, maybe not. I've got no idea who did Suicide.
Some
But yeah,
shit.
basically, Steam are like we can't actually get through all of the stuff that's given to us. So I mean, they do have a team that checks on the games, but the team quite often disagrees, just like people who on Steam disagree whether or not a game should be there. They are trying to make it easier for people to find the good games, and they're trying to give us users the tools to find good games and not find so many shit games.
Right.
But yeah, with that update for the anything goes policy, it's good to see that we've got an idea of what the trolling
What their standard
definition
of trolling
is
games
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they even put here. You actually mentioned last week the active shooter game.
Yeah.
Like they mentioned that in here. It says because it was a troll designed to do nothing but generate outrage and cause conflict through its existence. So yeah, that's a good way to put it. And to be explicit, while the developer behind it was also a troll, we reject active shooter if it had been submitted by any other developer. So
Yeah, so it wasn't just because,
it was
as I
that
said last week,
troll
that
creator.
that they'd been involved in numerous copyright violations and stuff like that. That was the case that they had been, but now we've got an idea of what trolling is. So yeah, the worst, most derogatory games won't be welcome on the platform.
Yeah.
But trolling still is a bit of a hazy term. Um, and maybe if the description for Aid Simulator wasn't so obviously trolling in the way that it says that it's boring gameplay, bad graphics, and generic assets in their own description of their own game,
Yeah.
making it obvious that they're trolling, maybe it would have slipped through. I don't know.
Mm, I don't know.
Anyway, there's going to be another way you can watch us podcast live. In fact,
Yay.
there is another way because it launched on Thursday.
All right.
Facebook. Yeah, they've launched their own video game streaming hub, facebook.gg. It launched on Tuesday and it competes directly with Twitch, Mixer, YouTube. And apparently it's part of Facebook's continued efforts to become a destination for video content.
Now my thing's gonna be: do I want my Facebook friends to be able to see me do this podcast?
Yeah,
Am
well,
I
this new
embarrassed?
service just streams based on who people follow, and then there's highlights, yeah, highlights that have been chosen by Facebook. So stuff that's trending on Facebook, you'll see, and if you follow someone and they're live streaming, then you'll see
Imagine
it.
if the Gamesmen were trending. That's never gonna happen.
Well, when this was written, there was 3,400 people using Facebook GG to stream PUBG, and 2,900 streaming Fortnite. So that's
We'll be the first talk show on there.
yeah. So Facebook is doing stuff. Basically, I think they're targeting 15 to 30-year-old men because they spend money on stuff, anything. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely an audience they could they could get. Maybe if they target it at older people, because I mean, yeah, I'm old for streaming. Most people who stream are, you know, a lot younger than nearly 40. There's some stuff that isn't really so good. If you're using Facebook, you've got to log in with your real name. So yeah, that's a bit, you know, that's going to make it a lot easier to be swatted if you're doing that. So
Oh God.
yeah.
Oh, please no fucking swatting.
But yeah, their pilot program is attempting to lure streamers away from Twitch and YouTube, and it's offering in-stream monetization options like tip jars, much like Twitch does and YouTube. Then the next step is going to be a new hub, which is going to offer more discoverability options for streamers who might be finding it hard to be seen on Twitch, because Twitch is pretty fucking crowded.
Yeah.
And it also gives streamers on Facebook their own landing page. Makes it much easier for audiences to discover new content away from the chaos of the news feed. My voice is going. Anyway, yeah, Facebook.gg, another way for you to watch people playing games instead of playing games yourself.
Yeah. All right. So you want me to go on to the next thing that's gonna take me 2 seconds? Basically 2 seconds.
Yeah, go on then.
All right. Crackdown 3 delayed to 2019. My birthday 2019. Well, not my birthday, but my birth month. Doesn't actually have, I don't think it has a day. I didn't see a day. Nope, just says moved to February 2019. So yeah, that game that we thought should have been out 2 years ago now,
Yeah,
it's taking even longer. I don't know.
yeah.
It might be a really, really big, crazy game because of Crackdown having all like the destructible fucking everything. Um, I don't know. We'll see. I never played a Crackdown game. I may play this one. All I know is Mark Annex gets a hard on about orbs. So
I've never finished a Crackdown game. I find them quite tedious. They're fun to start with, and then I just get bored of them.
yeah. Not like every game you play.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, the last bit of news is Bad Robot, J.J. Abrams' company, production company for TV and movies. They are going to be basically producing a video game wing. Apparently, they're going to be partnering with industry giants to create new gaming
Oh, Bad
experiences.
Robot Games. That looks adorable. It's all pixelated.
Yeah, Tencent are going to be responsible for the distribution of their titles. Warner Brothers are an investor company, and Bad Robot Games hopes to produce games on all market levels, from indie hits to big AAA titles.
Hmm, cool.
J.J. Abrams has said, I'm a massive games fan and incredibly envious of developers get to work with and the worlds they get to play in. Now we're doubling down on our commitment to the space with a unique co-development approach to game making that allows us to focus on what we do best and hopefully be a meaningful multiplier to our developer partners. Of course, because they've just announced this new division, there are no titles currently announced or planned.
You should keep it
But
secret till you have a game.
well, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, it looks like we're going to have another major money player in the gaming market. Let's hope they make stuff that's good. I'd like to see more stuff along the lines of,
Konami?
Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. That kind of maybe not really long, but good quality single player games. That would be
I want to see more
ideal for
games
me.
in the $40 zone.
Yeah,
Of
and
that quality.
the latest Call of Duty is dropping the first person. Sorry, the campaign. I actually like single player campaign games, so do those, Mr. Abrams. That would be good.
Yeah. Like Saving Private Ryan game. I don't know.
Well, that brings us to the last section of the show, the cleanup section, as we call it, TGM quests. We'll start off with that. We asked last week, what retro game do you feel needs a modern remake? And we've had a couple of replies to that. So first off, it's Boondock Brat 4, who wants Streets of Rage.
Yay. And
That's all he said.
yeah, and that was going with the Shaq Fu thing. So, because it kind of feels
Yeah.
like it a little bit. He may like it. M Board, he says, is Skyrim considered retro yet? No, because they keep fucking bringing it out anyway. I really think we need another one. I think I'll be all right without remakes. That's a good answer.
Skyrim isn't a series. It's Elder Scrolls.
I
And
swear
yes,
to God,
some
it
of
just
them
said
are
Zelda
retro.
Scrolls.
Big Rob 029 would like Sonic 2, but well, guess we got that. And then
Let's see.
Mr. Rain.
Mr. Rain, there we go. I would have said Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, but those are already done. Well, Spyro's coming out, but Crash Bandicoot was last year, so I guess Spyro would be this year. All the retro games I know have either been remade already directly or have a spiritual successor.
I wouldn't mind seeing a remake of Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe. Was it Brutal Deluxe? Speedball 2? I can't remember. It's by the Bitmap Brothers. I loved that game.
I would have said Road Rash right? I think it's Road Rash, not Road Rage. Yeah, I think it's Road Rash.
Yeah, Road Rash.
But they made that one. I can't remember.
Road Redemption.
Yeah, Road Redemption. But I wanted like the. I mean, I guess that's kind of out of date. How they fucking did that? Like it was like a dirty fucking biker toilet area. It was weird. For stuff and like you see all these crazy fucking looking characters and shit. Like I love that back in the day. It was really cool. Nancy sent a
Road
private
Redemption
message to you.
is
Oh boy.
Road Redemption is more of a
Knockoff.
no, but it adds a kind of roguelite part of it. You know, you it's all about saying how far you can get. There's no actual. Well, I don't know if there are actual. Yeah, there are actual finishes, but yeah,
like
it's a bit weird. Yeah, and the way you level up, it's not Road Rash.
Yeah,
is basically what I'm trying to say. Anyway, next up, Teflon 12 would like to see a remake of Jade Empire. Good call, sir. Good call.
and I put that in the wrong section. I was like, Destiny 2 is already out. like that's just been out for a year. Yeah, it's like, well, no, I'm fucking confused. Yeah, so I put that in the wrong section. Sorry.
Okay, Gary's put a question here, but I've done my best to make this as E3 free as possible because it starts in 20 minutes. So I don't know if I'm going to ask that. I'm going to ask you guys.
Well, I'm going to ask, but it's for next week, so it's after E3's done. So
okay.
Look at E3. So what was your favorites to come out of E3 this year? Nobody knows anything yet. Hell, maybe I'll get the podcast up before E3 even starts.
I kind of want to know what games you want to see Bad Robot doing, but okay. Next up, it is the TGM check because we didn't get any emails, speak pipes, or voicemails. So
hold on, we did get an email. I completely sorry, Jason.
Did
Don't
we?
fucking kill me. He sent it right after we finished the podcast last week. He yelled at me. He's like, "I sent I sent an email 2 weeks ago, and you didn't read it out." I was like, "You fucking sent it 4 days ago. Fuck you." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna add it in there," and I completely forgot to add it in there. Yeah.
Well,
what's it called?
It's doing that. Shall I read it out?
I'll read it. I suck, but I'll read it. What role will you play? Is what it's called.
It's not how you pronounce twat.
Twat,
by the way.
Twat, whatever. I don't care. Anyway,
twa.
Well, he says
twat.
He
okay.
says to what, but
Yep.
he doesn't say twat exactly. What? Okay, so anyway, yeah. See, it's what? So twat. Anyway, stop it.
But there's no H in the word twat.
But he has an H in there, so maybe he did that because I said it that way. I don't know. Have you guys played Next Machina Death Machine? No, I have not. I'm sure you haven't either. No. This one is a 10 on the arcade scale. Just curious if you've joined any cult yet. I'm interested by that cult simulator game. It's weird. It's like a card game kind of thing. But I shouldn't because I'll like end up making my own cult on accident. And ruling the world and probably committing suicide. Anyway, I love the excitement around cults lately. Yes, us too. Entertainment Tonight is doing a special on cults between June 5th and 7th. It's the 9th. I think those dates are right.
And he sent that on the 6th, so...
Yeah. The Church in the Darkness is a very nice game coming out soon. Cult Simulator is out now on Steam, and there are several others in the works. I hope cults are the new zombies. Remember, if you join my cult, you get free love and tacos when you die. I don't know if I want the tacos because it doesn't do good with my...
Yeah, you'll be dead.
Bottom, yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm eating tacos for the rest of my eternity, like I'm just gonna be on the toilet while I eat them. Hey, has either of you seen Willy B. Nugget? No, and I'm still waiting for, shit.
That's correct.
Pedro's. Viva La Pedros.
Yeah.
To get his ass in line. Come on, your kid's like a couple months old now. Put out Jason's book. Because I want to listen to it. Hell, I may just have him
Well,
send it to me and I'll listen to it.
I'm going to be going camping in August, so I shall keep an eye out at the campground, just in case.
There you go. Look for the owls. They lie.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I did watch
So does the
something that he
doctor.
tweeted to me, and I don't think he mentioned it to you. He should have. There's like a video about Twin Peaks: The Return and everything. It's like fucking 18 minutes long. Interesting stuff. Fun. But anyway, now we can get on TGM checks. So Dan, I'm gonna take the first one.
Yeah, first off, it's Einhander who says Arch-tempered Kirin on Monster Hunter World, baby. I
don't know what an arch-tempered is. But there's tempered, so I don't know what this new one is. I don't want to fucking know. I hate Kieran. Fuck Kieran. Boot up Route 4, he says Diablo 3, Sims 4, and Fallout 4.
Then it is Mr. Rain who's been playing some Rocket League, Insurgency, Warface, Basketball 9 on mobile, and Dragon Ball Legends on mobile. Let us know how you're getting on with Dragon Ball Legends on the phone. I didn't like it.
I have no idea what Warface is. I know about Warframe. Emerson Board, he says Assassin's Creed Origins, Kingdom Come... Oh, he's been playing that too. Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Medieval Fantasy RPG Phone. I think that's what he was playing today while he was on this.
Yeah, I've picked that up. It's a kind of like a choose your own text adventure. I'm gonna give it a go. Big Rob says Rocket League and Sea of Thieves. He's had a busy week. Obviously, a busy week doing stuff other than playing video games.
I'm playing Rocket League with me last night because he was getting yelled at. Asshole. Don't piss off your wife. Anyway, Teflon 12, he says Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Stellaris, and XCOM 2.
And then last but not least, Mr. Bit Dead, who's been playing some Destiny 2 and State of Decay 2, which I really need to give another go now that massive patch is patched.
Well, I got Game Pass for another month because I didn't fucking cancel it, so...
Me too.
Do it.
I'm in debt on PayPal now.
Yay. Oh, fuck.
Okay, Gary, have you got any shout outs this week?
My mom, because she basically owns my fucking asshole right now. She's got a chain attached.
What a delightful part of you to own.
Yes. It's the worst part of me. But yeah, I owe her quite a lot for this last week, and she'll get the money back because I'm probably gonna give her all the money that Rogue gives me. So, fuck me. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun, paying that back. But yes, she helped me quite a bit. Again, my family for coming up this last week and everything. That was a lot of fun. Putting in the floor was fucking amazing. I can't wait to do the rest. I'm super excited. Blah, it's awesome. Oh god. Stacy, I'll shout her out because I'll be playing Monster Hunter with her today. This is her last day this week that we can play, so I'll probably be playing all fucking day with her until I pick Rogue up. And yeah, that's it. I guess we're good. So Dan.
Yeah, it looks like another podcast got edited and put up 16 hours ago. So
you bastard.
He's beaten you. Fuck. One of the people I want to shout out is Antonio, aka Heavy Evil, from yet another podcast. He had me on as a guest, and he was watching a bit of this live earlier. The other people who were live in the chat, who, if I missed anyone, I'm sorry, but there was also Electrical Skateboard, Slow Cool, and Commander Root. Thank you guys for checking us out. And Rory, thank you very much for playing PUBG. And he sent me a bottle of wine, which should arrive on Monday. I'm looking forward to it.
Yay.
So, yes, the first booze in several months. It's going to be nice.
Damn.
It's going to be good.
And stop.
Okay, Gary, web for the week to come. Where can people find you for the next week or so?
Nah, Emerson 89 is the Xbox Live, Twitter, Uplay, Star Citizen eventually. Emerson Square 89 is Steam, Emerson 1289 is Nintendo Network and Origin, and Emerson 0289 is PSN and Twitch. Dan, you.
Well, everywhere he just mentioned, if you need my friend code for Nintendo Network, it's 69 69 42 98 42 81. Okay, Gary. Why don't you tell everyone about our website and all places that you can find a podcast and watch us and listen to us and poke fun at us?
Can you hear the train that's fucking going crazy outside my house?
Only when you speak.
Okay. Well, good. I'm going to be doing that all the time now. So, listen to a train running through my house. It's not that close. Let's see. You can get us on our website, which is Gamesmen.com. You can get us on Facebook, which is the Gamesmen Podcast, which is 41. Blew my mind right there. I jumped to the next line down. Facebook.com/the Gamesmen. You can send us a voicemail at the RPG hotline, which is 412-267-RPG1 or 412-267-7741. You can visit the SpeakPipe at speakpipe.com/TGMRPG. You can get us an email at thegamesmenrpg@gmail.com. And you can get us on Twitter at thegamesmenrpg and send us a #TGMCheck or #TGMQuest over there, or do it on Discord because Discord's much better and I love it, and that's where like everyone puts shit in and it's great. You can also get us on YouTube, which is our YouTube channel is youtube.com/thegamesmenrpg, and I guess we have Mr. Rain as a follower now. Hooray, sir. I played Rocket League with him too. He's very good. I suck. You can also get us on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/thegamesmenrpg. Mixer is mixer.com/thegamesmenrpg. Our Podbean is thegamesrpg.podbean.com. That's where all of our shows are archived and stuff. And then I think you can get us on Twitter, iTunes, give us some reviews. That'd be nice. VGHub.net. That's where all of our affiliates are, the people we love. And then thegamesmen.com/charity events. I still need to fucking make my goddamn Extra Life profile. I'll do it. I swear. But yeah, that's months away now. Like 5 months away.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's make some money for kids. And also with Dan's special effect. Get money for that. So, yeah.
Because with that money, stuff like that controller for the Xbox One has been developed, and that allows more people to play video games, and that is a fantastic gift to give someone.
Yes.
I've just made a vagina out of a
what a random thought.
Yeah. Anyway, that will do it for episode 221 of the Games. So on behalf of Gary, Amorous 89 Lever, I am Dan. Together we are the Gamesmen, and next time we ask,
how much slobber will you produce while reading out the credits? I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to say.
what
yeah.
role
Anyway,
will you play?
I may put that in there somewhere. All right, it's actually still not bad. We still did like an hour and a half.
Yep, I'm
Basically.
stopping it now.
So bye.
Did you put that song that Jason wanted to?
Wait, Jason.
Last week.
Yeah.
He didn't give us a fucking review.
That bitch. We're still going on Twitch, even though he's not watching. We don't have any viewers. But that bitch. I'm not gonna stop. We're still talking, so give anybody that would be listening a little bit extra. Export to MP3.
I forgot I had the settings from last time. From Antonio, he wanted it at the craziest possible quality. So I've just recorded that at the craziest possible quality. I shall format it as 112. That should do.
Yeah, so all I have to do is do a quick edit to the podcast, see if anything's messy, and I can put it up. Because I got everything else done. before we even started. That was really good this week. Thank you for playing Shaq Fu for a minute. Anyway, OBS, you be off. Goodbye.